said that you's a hoe. You's a hoe. You's a hoe. You's a hoe. I said that you's a hoe. You doing hoe activities with hoe tendencies.
Shalom Israel. I'm Deacon Nathan, and to my right,
Brother Zephaniah.
And today's topic is called Children of Whoredom, Jump-Offs in Jerusalem. So I'm going to get straight to the point. You have many sisters in Israel right now who are going outside of their marriages, and they got to stop. It's spreading like a disease, and it has to end at some point. So I'm just going to go right into the topic. There's doctrines being pushed out by wicked men in their adulterous relationships that are pushing spiritually dead doctrines. Oh, my man is spiritually dead and I can divorce him. That's out of order. That's nowhere in the Bible, and I got to bring it out because there's confusion, and it's going to spread. The Most High is going to bring forth diseases and destruction to those of you who partake in this madness. Let's get for 1 Corinthians 7 and 10. All right, we got to cut these doctrines out of here, man. Enough is enough. If you want to be a hoe, be an honest hoe. Don't be a lying whore. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband.
So this is the context of dealing with those who come into the truth and they're believers. Okay, a married couple believing in this truth. Unto the married he commands. Okay, let not the wife depart from her husband. Okay, this is a relationship with two believers. Come on.
And if she depart.
But if something happens where they have issues, they're both believers and they need to separate, whether he's a drunkard or he's abusive or whatever the case may be, or she's an alcoholic or she's a drug addict, they separate. Come on.
Let her remain unmarried.
The wife is to remain unmarried. Or the believing spouse going into believing spouses. And if she depart, let her remain unmarried. Come on.
Or be reconciled to her husband.
Or work it out with her husband. Come on.
And let not the husband put away his wife.
Because verse 10 said, not that the wife depart from her husband. Now he's saying, let not the husband put away his wife. So neither one of y'all can separate. Because another doctrine going on that we do not teach is multiple wives. Christ made it clear numerous times in the scriptures to have one wife, and y'all still keep holding on to Moses. Okay, none of y'all's offering sacrifices, none of y'all's putting brothers to death. But when it comes to marriage, all of a sudden Moses said, when Moses said in Deuteronomy 18 to listen to Christ, when the apostles during the transfiguration, their father came out and told Peter, no, Elijah and Moses is there, but listen to my son. But y'all disregard all of that. Okay? Because you wicked as hell. You want to get your rocks off. Like brothers are stupid or something. Verse 11. Again.
And if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
So you sisters out there who decide to go about and separate from your husbands, and you both are believers, you are to remain unmarried. I don't care if he's stabbing you in the back with a pencil every day. That brother is your husband. You are to remain unmarried. There is no spiritually dead in the scriptures. I'm gonna prove it. Alright? And you wicked men who marry these sisters, you're the devil the Bible speaks of. You are a whoremongering devil. Alright? Read on.
Or be reconciled to her husband.
Or you get back at your husband. And a lot of y'all in the midst of reconciliation, you go and deal with somebody else. Read on.
And let not the husband put away his wife.
The husband is not to put away the wife. Read on.
But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
Some of you old school Israelites use that and say, yeah, as long as she's pleased to dwell, meaning she's in my house. She can cook pork on one side of the stove, I'll have beef on the other side of the stove. A Christmas tree on one side of the stove, feast dedication on the other side of the house. Tree in one part of the house, feast dedication in the other part of the house. That's confusion. That is not pleased to dwell. She walking around in pants, tight pants, spandex, and the Bible says wear dresses. Okay? So that's not pleased to dwell. As we're going to read on. Come on.
But if any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
So she's pleased to dwell, meaning, you know what? She does not believe in this Bible. She has no care for the Bible at all. But out of love for you, she said, you know what? Okay, babe, I'll wear dresses from now on. Okay, I won't celebrate Christmas no more. No more birthdays. Okay, no more wedding rings. No more Thanksgiving, New Year's. Okay, I'm pleased to dwell. Okay, fine. I'll put those things away. If she says, no, I'm not doing that, I'm going to keep doing those things, and you're like, okay. It is that divided house, she's not pleased to dwell. Read on.
And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
Same goes for the man. You got a husband at home. He walking around, pants sagging, clean shaven. But if he said, you know what, baby, for you, I love you. I'll grow a beard. I'll wear fringes. I'll come to the school and learn. Okay, fine, I'll study. All right, I won't eat pork no more. I won't eat shrimp no more. I won't get drunk no more. He's pleased to dwell. Through your actions, not you teaching him, but through your actions, he sees how you conduct yourself. He goes, okay, hon, for you, fine. Read on.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife. Come on.
And the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
Now, let's get that. Hold on to 1 Corinthians. Get John 17 and 17. What sanctifies them? Y'all think that, oh, as long as we're a couple, he going to get saved or she going to get saved through me. That's Christianity. We're going to find out what it means when it says sanctified by the husband or the wife. Read.
John chapter 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
The Bible says, sanctify them through thy truth. Through thy truth. Thy word is truth. Let John go get Psalms 119 and 142. Because a lot of y'all don't know what that is. What the truth is. It says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. What's the truth he's talking about? Read that.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And thy law is the truth. Alright, because a lot of y'all don't understand this Bible. You are in the midst of confusion, and you're not applying the truth to your lives. It's all lip service, especially amongst you women, and amongst you adulterous men lusting after these wicked women. Alright, so go back to 1 Corinthians 7. So the law is what makes someone holy. To sanctify means to cleanse or to set apart and make holy. So read 1 Corinthians 7 verse 14 again.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
I mean, the husband is following the commandments out of love for the wife because he's pleased to dwell. So he's being cleansed from celebrating Thanksgiving, cleansed from celebrating New Year's, cleansed from being clean shaven. Read on.
And the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband.
She's cleansed from tight pants. She's cleansed from celebrating Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, birthdays. Alright, she's cleansed from that because she's pleased to dwell with you. She ain't in the pants no more. Read on.
Else were your children unclean.
Here we go. Else, meaning, or else, if they weren't sanctified, your children are unclean. Because the child is going to grow confused. Mommy celebrates Christmas, daddy celebrates dedication. Mommy celebrates Easter, daddy celebrates Passover. That child's unclean and confused now. And confused. But if the parents are both in the same accord, whether they believe or not, the household is sanctified. That's why it says, else were your children unclean. Or else were your children unclean if they were not sanctified. There is no such thing in a house as 50-50. That don't exist. That's democracy. That's of Satan. Read on.
But now are they holy.
But now are they holy. Why? Because through the husband, the wife is sanctified. Through the wife, the husband sanctified. Because they're keeping the commandments whether they believe or not out of love for you. Because they're pleased to dwell. Back in verse 13, 12 and 13. Alright? Read on, verse 15.
But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Now it's going into the husband. If the unbelieving depart, meaning they say, listen, I don't care what that Bible says, I'm not getting rid of, I'm not growing a beard, I'm not wearing fringes, I'm not keeping the Sabbath, I'm still celebrating New Year's, I'm still celebrating Thanksgiving, I'm still celebrating birthdays, I'm still hanging out with my friends, I'm still going to the clubs. I'm not doing what that Bible says. I'm out. This marriage is over. Read on.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
So it goes in both cases. If the wife says that or the husband says that, the believing spouse is not under bondage to marriage in such cases. Read on.
But God hath called us to peace.
Meaning to a peaceful relationship where both of you believe or one believes and follows behind the other's example to win them over. Alright? Now get Sirach 25 and 26. I'm going to give you a precept that explains what it means when unbelieving departs. Many of y'all misuse this scripture.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce.
That goes with the unbelieving spouse. They won't go as you have them. If they're not pleased to dwell, they won't go as you would have them. Let them go. You're not under bondage in such cases. Alright? So read on. Let's go back. Let's go to Matthew 19 verse 3 now. Now we gotta go. I gotta do what Christ says. Because I keep running to Moses. Like he's saying something different. But Moses said listen to Christ. But y'all still disrespect Christ and listen to Moses. Unbelievable, man. Matthew 19 verse 3.
Matthew chapter 19 verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
As many of y'all Israelites are doing that today. You're putting away your wife because she don't know how to cook. The vagina's not good no more. She talks too much. It's always some stupid nonsense. Y'all argue. She won't listen to you for a moment. Y'all argue about something stupid. So they're asking, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Because back in the Old Testament, they did. They found reasons to get around staying married. That goes back to Deuteronomy 24, and it says, if he finds some uncleanness in her. Because Israel was being wicked as hell, as we're going to read on. Come on.
And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
So he's taking them before Moses, talking about Adam and Eve. Have you not read that he which made them, okay, at the beginning made them male and female, husband and wife? Come on.
And said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother.
Stop. A lot of y'all don't understand that. A lot of you brothers are going from house to house, living from woman to woman. I'm going to go to her house. I'm going to go to her house. You're going all over the place. You have no place of your own. You are a bum. You are a bum Israelite. The Bible says, leave your father and mother. Meaning you have your own place. Hold that. Get Genesis 30 and 30 about our forefather. Because y'all want to focus on the Old Testament. Okay, let's backtrack to that for a moment. Let's see what our forefather said to his father-in-law about his wives and his household. Genesis 30 and 30.
Genesis chapter 30 verse 30. For it was little which thou hadst before I came.
So Jacob's presence was blessing Laban. Living with Laban was blessing. That blessing from the Most High to Jacob was being passed on to Laban. Come on.
And it is now increased unto a multitude.
So, me living here, you've gotten blessed, Laban. Okay, father-in-law, come on.
And the Lord hath blessed thee since my coming.
And the Lord has blessed you since my coming. Come on.
And now, when shall I provide for mine own house also?
What did he say?
And now, when shall I provide for mine own house also?
Now, when shall I provide for mine own house also? I've been helping you all this time. It's time for me to move on. Take my wives and go. Provide for my own house. This goes back to what? Timothy 5 and 8. If a man does not provide for his house, he is worse than an infidel. That's where Paul got it from. Our forefathers took care of their households. Y'all still lost in the source.
Sorry. Matthew 19 verse 5.
Go back to Matthew again. Come on.
And said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
So the man leaves father and mother and cleaves unto his wife. Meaning what? He gets his own place. She lives there. Not you banging, not you doing a Bob Marley. You banging this woman, she in that country. Banging this chick, she's in that country. Banging this chick, she's in that state. She's in that state. She's in that borough. That's not a wife. That's a jump off. That's a street term. That's a jump as a whore. You're making me a whore out of your woman. She temporarily, you go to her house, you bang her, you go back to your house. What the hell? That's not a marriage. That's a slide off. Read on.
Wherefore, they are no more twain.
Meaning they're no more individuals. They're to be together. No more two. Now they're one flesh. Your flesh goes where you go. You don't read our forefathers saying, yeah, I banged Sarah. Now I'm going to go, you stay in your own house. I'm going to move to Canaan. You stay here in Ur. I'm going to go to Canaan. I'll see you when I see you. That didn't happen in the scriptures. Our fathers took their wives with them wherever they went. Because that was their flesh. Read on.
Wherefore, they are no more twain, but one flesh.
They are one now. They're to move as one, think as one, act as one. Come on.
What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
Now you're going to deal with that. Let no man put asunder. All right? Because you got some men who are taking men's wives from their husbands and giving them to other men. Or counseling men's wives and saying, oh, well, sis, he got to humble down to you. You know, he got to humble down to you, sister. He's spiritually dead. That's game. That dude's trying to get up in your drawers. I see a connection. We got connection, sister. We have a spiritual connection. That's adultery. All right? You trying to talk a woman out of staying away from her husband. But God has joined together. Let no man put asunder. Read it again.
Wherefore, they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
All right, read on.
They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, and to put her away?
Now remember the topic. Some of you have been fall off the horse. Verse 3, the question was, can a man put away a woman for every cause? Now he goes, well, if we can't, then why do he allow us to do it? Why do you allow us to give her a bill of divorcement for every cause? The context has not changed. Y'all be stuck in Christianity. Oh, the context changed. He's still dealing with the question that was asked in verse 3. Israel was able to make up excuses out of nowhere to write divorcements for their wives. Because they were evil and demonic during Moses' time. The white man's the devil. No, a nigger is a devil. Nothing is worse than a nigger. The Lord made us to be as God. To be as himself. Esau's made to be how he's supposed to be. He's righteous in how he behaves himself. Because he does exactly what God told him to do. Why is it hard for y'all? Why is it hard for y'all to follow? Read on.
He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives.
So Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, allowed you. Because it was not supposed to be going on. The Most High allowed Moses to establish the law of divorcement. That was not of God. The Moses said, okay, you know what? They're rebellious. Moses, fine. Dad, let them do that. Let them divorce. Read it again.
He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you.
He allowed you to put away your wives for what? Every cause. Some uncleanness in her. Back in Deuteronomy 24:1. Come on.
Suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so.
Christ takes them right back to Adam and Eve. Okay, in the beginning, when he made them male and female. From the beginning, it was not so. Get Malachi 2:16. Let's see what he meant by it was not so in the beginning. Some of y'all confused about that. What does that mean? Malachi 2:16. From the beginning, it was not so.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 16. For the Lord, the God of Israel, saith that he hated putting away.
What we had again?
For the Lord, the God of Israel, saith that he hated putting away.
The Lord says he hates putting away. He hates divorce. But because of the hardness of Israel's hearts, he allowed Moses to let Israel divorce their wives. From the beginning, there was no divorce. You demons, you black Hispanic demons. Read on.
For one covereth violence with his garment.
And y'all use the Bible as an excuse to cut your wives off. Because the garment, what's on the garment? Your fringes, to remind you to do what? Keep the commandments. Some of y'all don't even have that in your garments. Some of y'all walk around, wear garments, take garments off, look like niggas. A nigger among niggas. You also wear your fringes. The Bible says keep the commandments all the time. Be a light that shines in a dark place. How you a dim light in a dark place? You are of no use. Read on, there more.
Saith the Lord of hosts, therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously.
Because that's what Israel's doing. Divorcing their wives for every cause, dealing treacherously. In this context, having other nations as wives. Okay? Dismissing their own people and messing around with the heathens, like some Israelite groups I know. That got a lot of jokes. Go back to Matthew 19 and verse 9. Here's where the confusion starts.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away, doth commit adultery.
Read that again.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Some of y'all say that means idolatry. No. A woman cannot be defiled with idolatry. Okay? It's talking about sexual fornication. If she goes outside the marriage, then you are free to let her go. Then she's done. That marriage is finished. She is defiled. Get Jeremiah 3 and 1. Fornication is not going into idolatry in this context. It's going into sexual immoralities.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord.
You know one time?
They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again?
Shall he return to her again when he puts her away? Come on.
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
That woman is polluted. That vagina is no longer yours. It belongs to whoever put it in there after you. That's what it belongs to. It's even proved in certain clips. The white man has clips where a woman explains scientifically that a man leaves his DNA in the woman. That her body contours to the man. She becomes one flesh, not only spiritually, but physically to that man. That's how many women out here today are nuts, crazy as hell. You got mad men up in you. Spirits of different men inside. Just so you crazy as hell now. Nuts out your mind. You got different men all up in you. All up in your spirit. Sex is a spiritual union. Not something you do for leisure. Y'all don't take that. I think sex is a game. It's a joke. Some of you think that your penis is a stamp of approval. I'm going to stick it in. Yeah, you're my wife now. No, there's more to it than that. Players and pimps of Israel. Go back. You got Esau proving with his BS science that the Bible makes it clear that a man's spirit is left on a woman. What, condom or no condom?
Vicky, we live in this hookup culture where much of our society, they think that they can just go on one night stands and just have consequence-free relationships, sexual relationships.
Well, it's interesting because that's a lie that abounds, that, you know, we've come through the media and other things to believe there's no consequence to sex. And as long as you're contracepting or whatever, it's all fine. But we don't really understand how it is our bodies work. We need to recognize, for instance, that we as women undergo profound changes when we have sex with a male. That there are many things that change. It takes our body 6 months to make the adaptation to the sperm of our male partner. Because before that, we are in an autoimmune reaction. Our immune cells are testing. What is this? Is this an infection? What is it? Our body comes to conclude that this is our sexual partner and now has made an adaptation. The reality is that this allows us women to be without consequence in terms of when we conceive children with this male, our body recognizes that this is with our partner. We carry cells from every child we ever conceive, so we carry the DNA of our partners the rest of our lives. It's an interesting question. If I've had multiple partners and perhaps conceptions with multiple partners, that what might that mean to my body in terms of the immune system? Because I will now literally be carrying the genetic material of my partners contained in my children. We don't know what the long-term consequences of that are. Every time we have intercourse with someone, if we absorb any of that seminal fluid, it's in our system for at least 15 hours. We're changed in a very real and concrete way by this sexual intimacy that's there. Furthermore, the brain chemistry in both men and women is triggered with sexual intimacy. And we believe that because I say this is just a sexual encounter for pleasure, I'm not going to be changed, that it works. Our brain never gets the message that this has no consequence. The assumption on the part of our body is that sexual intimacy always has consequences, always has meaning. And as soon as we have this intimacy with this person, we trigger brain chemistry. We trigger, for instance, oxytocin, which is a bonding hormone both in men and women. There are other feedback systems there that make the brain feel good. Men, in particular, get vasopressin. This is a male hormone. We women have a little, but it's predominantly male. And when we have sexual intimacy with someone, what happens to the male is this hormone now makes him have a preference for this female that he just had sex with. Hooking up, the sense that it doesn't matter, is physiologically an impossibility. Again, what we think is simple, what we think is without consequence, in fact has serious long-term consequences. And, you know, the more I learn about this, the more I'm in awe that nature, God has built us in this way to be complementary to each other, that we truly are changed by our partner and really become one in terms of this.
Thank you.
That man's spirit is on you at this. Once he enters into you, that's a spiritual union. That land is polluted. It's done. It's finished. That marriage is over. That's what fornication is going into. Read again, Matthew 19 and verse 9.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication,
Except she goes outside the marriage, come on,
and shall marry another,
he goes, and now if he decides to go, you know what, I ain't married to you no more. We're done. If she ain't cheat on you, what's he do?
committed adultery.
You have committed adultery, brothers. Come on.
And whoso marrieth her which is put away doth commit adultery.
Never go up in her afterwards, it's an adulterer. So you have created death. If you put your wife away except she cheat on you or gets defiled by some other man, anyone that go up in her is laying with death. For example, you got brothers in Israel that got like 8, 9, 10 wives. Then they go, you know what? Number 7 goes, you know what? I can't do this. I read according to the Bible, you're supposed to have one wife. He goes, nigga, I don't care what you say. Moses said I can have 20 wives. She goes, I'm out. She leaves that congregation and comes to another congregation. Now she thinks she's going to go to this congregation and get married again. No, sister. No. No, 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 no. Let's get Matthew 19 and verse 10. Read on. I'm going to get to that. Read.
His disciples say unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry.
I mean, damn. So if my wife's a demon, she's in witchcraft, she's a nutcase, she's a murderer, she's a serial killer, you stuck with that until she goes outside that marriage. That's why they said, damn, if that's the case, then you shouldn't get married then. We can't get rid of her except for fornication, because under the old covenant, read verse 3 again? Because under the old covenant, you can divorce her for this reason. Verse 3.
The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
Under the old covenant, you could. Because Israel, because of the hardness of their hearts, Moses allowed them to do that. To write bills of divorce for stupid causes. Because the men did not want to stay married to the women once they banged them, like y'all do today. Some of y'all brothers will meet a sister, and then you'll bang her, and then you'll say, you're my wife, right? She's like, huh? Your wife? No, I'm not. You're like, okay, well, if you can't receive that, then you a devil. She all confused. You didn't tell her that she was Israel, nothing. You just put it in. You want to be slick.
That's entrapment.
Thank you. That is entrapment. You trying to be slick. Where is that in the Bible? The women didn't know they was Israel, and men just banged them and didn't tell them nothing. Where is that in the scriptures? Where did I read that? Show it to me. That's that slick, cunning, demonic nigger spirit in Israel. And they're making horrors out of our sisters. And those women that you do that to, whoever lays with them is guilty of adultery, and some of them don't even know it. You're destroying your own people with your lust. Go back to verse 10 again.
His disciples say unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry.
If the case be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. And you men who go out, bang these chicks, and they have no clue they're Israel, and you say to her, you're my wife, and she goes, hell no, and she leaves you, you have caused her to commit adultery. You have committed adultery yourself because she didn't go outside the marriage. Okay? But there's more to marriage than just sex. I'm just being quick about this. Because this is not a marriage, this is not about, I'm not going to go into the whole marriage topic. You want about marriage? Watch the videos online, on the website. Sex and marriage. Watch that video, I go into marriage. Where you got to move out your house, have a job, get an instrument of covenants, a bill of marriage, written document, because the Bible says all things must be in writing, and then when you lay with her, fine. Or if you go backwards, you lay with her, fine. You lay with her, then you got to get a bill of marriage, get a job, get your own place, get her out of her house. Fine. As long as those things are done. Y'all fight that, they go against that. Nah, that's not mentioned in the laws of Moses. Did not the scriptures say all scripture is for correction? Christ lived by every word of God, he said. Every word of God is every word, including this. All scripture is for correction and rebuke and reproof. All scripture. Not the ones you pick and choose, because it's not in Moses. Who gives a damn if it ain't in Moses? According to Tobit, it is in Moses. If there's a bill of divorce, there is obviously, through common sense, a bill of marriage. Dummies. Read on. Verse 11.
But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying.
Some of y'all are going to say, nah, nigga, that ain't in the Bible. I don't see it. All men are not going to receive this saying. So a lot of y'all are going to die adulterers and adulteresses. Read on.
Save they to whom it is given.
Save they to whom it is given to understand how serious marriage is. Now, let's get 1 Corinthians 7 and 39. Let's see when a woman's able to divorce from her husband.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 39.
Be free from her husband.
The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth.
Read that part again.
The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth.
The wife is bound by the law of marriage as long as the husband liveth. Here's the loophole. He can be spiritually dead. He's spiritually dead. Is that right? Well, when this class is over, that doctrine's going to be destroyed. Like all the other ones I've destroyed. That brothers can't stand me for. Making videos about me, 4-minute long videos. That's funny. That's the funny videos. Like, you guys are gifted. Y'all gifted. Y'all are regular coons of comedy. Read on.
But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will.
But the husband is dead. She's able to marry to whosoever she will. Come on.
Only in the Lord.
Meaning not a Negro in the world. So once your husband is dead, whoever he lay with you, that man has to die for you to be free from that marriage. There is no ways around that. Oh, but he beats me. There's no way around that. Oh, he's a drug dealer. There's no way around that. Oh, he's a pimp. He's verbally abusive. There's no way around that. Oh, but he beats the kids. There's no way around that. Oh, but he's a mass murderer. He's in jail for life. There's no way around that. We're not going to run to your emotions. Oh, sister, I understand he's in jail. You're alone and you're lusting. I understand. Okay, you're free to go. Well, no, we're not teaching that up in here. You go be a whore someplace else. According to the Bible, you are bound to your husband as long as he is alive. Maybe they don't understand that. Get Romans chapter 7, verse 2 and 3. The Lord always repeats himself because Israel does not listen.
Romans chapter 7, verse 2. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth.
Saying it again, come on.
But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband.
So if her husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of marriage from her husband. Read on.
So then if, while her husband liveth,
say it again, if her husband's still alive, come on,
she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress.
That's what we call you whores in Israel. You jump offs in Israel. You are adulteresses, trying to cover your behind. You ain't slick, putting your pictures up on Facebook with your new man. We know you know your husbands. You putting your new husband's picture up on Facebook, announcing new marriages, blatantly, boldly, like we don't see you. Getting blazed in hotel rooms, getting your back blown out, or on the low. You supposed to be a virtuous sister. You go in the hotel rooms, getting your back blown out. What kind of dignity is that? You know.
But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law.
If her husband is dead, she is free from that law of being bound to him. Come on.
So that she is no adulteress.
So that she is not a whore in Israel, an adulteress, a jump off. Come on.
Though she be married to another man.
Because her husband's dead, so she's okay to be married to another man. Because he is dead, literally. Now, let's go into the scriptures to prove it. Because was David spiritually dead when he committed adultery with Uriah's wife? Then how come his wives didn't leave him at that point? Wasn't that spiritually dead at that point? That's not righteous. That's not holy. That's not how a man of understanding conducts himself. Why didn't his wives leave him? What about let's see. What about Solomon's wives when he went to idolatry? Why didn't they leave him? Why did they stay around? What about Nabal's wife, Abigail? Why did she stay around? How did that happen? Why did she stay around? The Bible tells you his own servant said he was the son of Belial. He was a devil and churlish and evil. How come she didn't leave? He's spiritually dead. He obviously wasn't righteous. Because your idea of spiritually dead means he ain't keeping the commandments. He's evil. He's unholy. Well, so was Nabal. Why did Abigail leave? Why did Abigail get married when he died? Because that's what the law says. Because Nabal was spiritually dead, but she didn't leave him because that's not what the law is saying. Now, for the whores out there pushing this doctrine, let's get 1 Samuel 25 and 44. Now we're going to go into the Bible to prove that fornication, based on what Christ said, okay, is in fact sexual. 1 Samuel 25 and 44.
But Saul had given Michal, his daughter, David's wife, to Phalti, the son of Laish, which was of Galim.
So now read it again.
But Saul had given Michal, his daughter, David's wife, to Phalti, the son of Laish, which was of Galim.
So because Saul had such hatred for David, he gave David's wife to someone else. He gave his daughter, who was David's wife, to somebody else. Because he figured, I'm going to kill David anyway. So I'll give it to somebody else. Now, I'll get 2 Samuel 3 verse 1.
2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 1. Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker.
Read again.
Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David.
That's why Saul gave his daughter to someone else, because they were battling. Saul was seeking David's life to kill him. So there's no point in him giving his daughter to David, because his plan was, I'm going to kill this dude, so she can marry somebody else. Come on.
But David waxed stronger and stronger.
David was winning the battle against Saul. Come on.
And the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker.
And a lot of you brothers are the same way. Your congregations is waxing weaker and weaker. Brothers getting exposed on lies. Madness going on. Brothers is getting put out, getting caught in all kind of madness, all kind of allegations and evidence being brought against them. Because a lot of y'all are not applying these laws. You're getting in the midst of adultery. You're in the midst of thieving, pedophilia, okay, rape, drug addiction, drugs dealing. Y'all in the midst of all of that. Then go on the street and talk mess about how righteous you are and curse the Negroes out in the street, but you just like them. Jump to verse 12.
Verse 12. And Abner sent messengers to David on his behalf, saying, Whose is the land? Saying also, Make thy league with me, and behold, my hand shall be with thee, to bring about all Israel unto thee.
So Abner was on Saul's side. He said, listen, Abner told Saul, David, listen, come, join yourself to me, and I'll give the kingdom to you. Come on.
And he said, Well, I will make a league with thee, but one thing I require of thee, that is, thou shalt not see my face, except thou first bring Michal, Saul's daughter, when thou comest to see my face.
So Abner was on the house of Saul's side. But he said, listen, you know what? David, I'm with you. But David said, okay, I'll deal with you. Only if I won't see if you can't see my face unless I see my wife. Bring my wife to me. Read on.
And David sent messengers to Ishbosheth, Saul's son, saying, deliver me my wife Michal, which I espoused to me for 100 foreskins of the Philistines.
Because Saul had David fight the Philistines, thinking he was going to get killed, and he came back with the foreskins, which was a dowry for his daughter. Okay? So David said, listen, that's my wife. I paid a dowry for her, the bride price, she belongs to me. Come on.
And Ishbosheth sent and took her from her husband.
From her what?
From her husband.
Uh-oh, come on.
Even from Phaltiel, the son of Laish.
You just read that. You know.
And her husband went with her along, weeping, behind her to Bahurim. Then said Abner unto him, go, return. And he returned.
So Ishbosheth told Phalti, bring your wife here. She's no longer my wife no more. That's David's wife. He's crying. Got his wife next to him. He goes, all right, get out of here. Go away. Now, wait a minute. David, this sister's married to somebody else. And David said, bring my wife to me. Does this mean that David took another man's wife, that he took a polluted land? No, it does not. Get 2 Samuel 14:20. David knew in the spirit that his wife had not been touched. She was betrothed to Phalti, because David had to die first for them to complete the marriage. David said, no. I'm not dead. Bring my wife back here. And her husband's crying. He said, all right, enough of that. Go away somewhere. This is David's wife. Why? Because David was not dead. Read.
2 Samuel chapter 14 verse 20.
Proving that David knew whether or not she was defiled or not. Come on.
To fetch about this form of speech had thy servant Joab done this thing.
This is a woman that was sent by David's servant to speak to him. Okay? So now Joab sent this woman to speak to David on his behalf. Okay? But David already knew in the spirit that Joab had sent her to him to speak to him in secret. Read it again.
To fetch about this form of speech had thy servant Joab done this thing.
Joab told me, Joab sent me up to talk to you. Come on.
And my Lord is wise.
My Lord, David, you're wise. Come on.
According to the wisdom of an angel of God.
David knew everything. Whether he was in his presence or not, he was as an angel of God. Angels see everything that goes on, even when we don't see it. Come on.
To know all things that are in the earth.
So David knew whether or not if Phalti banged his wife. He would have known, he wouldn't have asked for her back. But the fact of the matter is, Saul gave her to someone else thinking what? David was going to die eventually, but he did not die. So David said, give my wife back. That is my wife. She belongs to me. So the man had no choice but to give him back, because David was not dead. You wicked niggas in Israel. And niggas. Y'all evil as hell. There is no such thing as spiritually dead. It don't exist in Israel. Now, get 2 Samuel 16:22. Now I'm going to show you when a woman is not able to be married, not able to go, you can't go on your wife again. Jeremiah 3:1 says that land's polluted. I'm going to give you an example of a land being polluted. 2 Samuel 16 verse 22.
2 Samuel chapter 16 verse 22. So they spread Absalom a tent upon the top of the house, and Absalom went in unto his father's concubines in the sight of all Israel.
Absalom banged David's wives in front of everybody. He banged David left 10 wives behind to keep the house when he escaped from Absalom's overthrow. He said, y'all stay here. I'll take them. Because David had many wives. He said, you 10, y'all stay back here. And Absalom took those women and banged them all in front of everyone like God told me he would. Because David banged somebody's wife in secret, so God said, what you did in secret, I'm going to do openly before everybody. To your wives. Now, get 2 Samuel 20 and 3. Let's see what he did with these wives when he returned back to his kingdom and Absalom was dead. Did he lay back with them again? Let's see.
2 Samuel chapter 20 verse 3. And David came to his house at Jerusalem, and the king took the 10 women, his concubines, whom he had left to keep the house,
Who Absalom had slept with in front of everybody. Come on.
and put them in ward,
And he put them inward. Come on.
and fed them,
And he took care of them. Come on.
but went not in unto them.
I wonder why. Because that land was polluted by Absalom. So he didn't lay with them no more. He did not lay with them because they were defiled by his son. Come on.
So they were shut up into the day of their death,
He didn't touch them to the day they all died. Come on.
living in widowhood.
They lived in exile. He could not touch them anymore because they were defiled. They were spoils of war. They were his property, so he had to keep them around, but he couldn't lay them no more. He could not sleep with them no more because Absalom defiled them. That is the only case in which a man is able to what? Get rid of his wife. When that land is polluted. That's the only time. There is no spiritually dead. That's like saying there's a spiritual Israel. That don't exist. So you get spiritually dead from in a marriage. It ain't there. It don't exist. That's you being a whore and banging somebody else and trying to justify it. Like I said earlier, don't be a lying whore. Be an honest one. Alright? Because some of you wicked elders teach that nonsense and can encourage these simple women to go and say, yeah, sis, you know, he got to humble down to you. Yeah, he's spiritually dead. You out your mind. That's them player elders that try to talk and smooth talk the sisters. Have long, drawn-out conversations on the phone, 2 and 3 hours of counsel, quote unquote. That's game. I was in the world once. Whenever a man spoke to women for long periods of time, it was either to get in her drawers or he was gay. There was nothing else around that. And some sister, I'll tell you our story. There was a sister in our congregation that decided to get married to another brother. It was announced, IUIC was happy, yay! He was announcing it, yay, congratulations. He went and got the paperwork. She moved in with him. They followed the proper procedures of marriage, except they did not consummate. They did not complete the marriage sexually. Marriage completes a marriage. Doesn't make it a marriage. Sex does not establish a marriage. There's steps to it. The sex just consummates it, completes it. But there's steps that you must take to make her your wife completely. Now, they went and took the steps. They went and said, you know what? Before we consummate this marriage sexually, let's both get tested. I'll get my test results. I'll bring them to you. You bring yours to me. They do. They do it. So the brother gets his results back, and the sister got hers back, but she kept hers a secret. I wonder why she did that. So something happens where both of them are together. One thing leads to another. They go all the way. Foolishly, they go all the way. So now the man has bound himself to this woman officially. They're bound now. Okay? So after they finish laying together, she starts crying. He's like, what's wrong? He goes, I got something to tell you. He's like, well, what is it? I have herpes. So the brother's like, what? He loses his mind. He's mad as hell. She's crying. Oh. So he's like, damn. So they try to work it out. They try to, deal with herbal medicines and so forth. Try to work through it. Have sex. They try to have sex anyway. They try to go work it out, whatever. But the brother was like, he felt betrayed. He was hurt. Like, this woman lay with me and put my life in danger, my health in danger. So they kept fighting over that, arguing, and to the point where she started bumping chests with him, like she was a man too, bumping like she's damn He-Man. So after that, they had to have counsel with the elders. So the brother goes, listen, I can't do this. I don't know. Now before that, prior to that, okay, counsel, they're arguing back and forth. She says to him, well, God wanted you to have it. So she reveals what her intentions were all along, to give him the disease instead. That was her intention from jump. She figures, well, I know if I have it, he won't stay with me, so I'll give it to him. So where he gonna go? That's entrapment. But she'll lie, no, I didn't know. Rather than infect him, she infected his kids. That's what she did. Then she's on fake. Then the brother goes, listen, we're done. We as elders can't force a man to stay with his wife. He said, here's the papers of divorce, I'm done with you. He bounces. She says, no. She's calling him, no. We're bound together as long as you live according to the law. You can't leave me. He's like, whatever. The chick is crying, they destroyed my marriage. Now, she had nowhere to go. So she decides to go and stay in a certain brother's house, I'll leave nameless, in our congregation. She's in his brother's house, talking reckless about his family to other sisters while under his roof. After he showed her brotherly kindness, she goes and slander his name in his own house about his kids. He goes, sister, you gotta get out of my house. Then she gets out the house in a shelter. She's on Facebook. They're devils. Ruining my marriage. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, sister, listen. That's between you and that brother. Work it out. Don't make this public. This is you're making yourself look bad. This is confusion. Now all of a sudden she's wise. Now all of a sudden she's holier than thou. She's wiser than us all now. Now she's wise now. Guess what? Recently she went and got another man. She's married again. After all that talk about I'm bound to you, you can't leave me. What God joined together, let no man put asunder. You put it asunder. You weren't married again. So you were a whore from the beginning. You were a jump off from the jump. That was an act. You were trying to use your getting kicked out of brother's house as an excuse to make us look bad, to hide your evil. Like we stupid or something. So the sister's an adulteress, and the brother she's married to now is an adulterer. And the woman and the other sister that I'm referring to, who knows I'm sure she's watching right now, they're friends. All these adulterous women are friends. It's amazing. Ecclesiasticus, let me show you. This is how they find each other. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, get chapter 13, verse 15. Watch this. This goes for men. This goes for men too.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 15.
How do they find each other? Read.
Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor.
Every beast, every female cow loves a male cow. Every monkey loves a female monkey. Come on.
All flesh consorted according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
And a man will cleave to what's like him, to his own kind. Read the next verse.
What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the ungodly.
Same thing. So the sinner with the godly. So we're reading that the sinners have fellowship with sinners. The ungodly have fellowship with the ungodly. But the sinner and the ungodly, there's no fellowship. No more than there's a fellowship between a lamb and a wolf. So you whores flock together. That's what y'all do. And make things up. Mark 10 verse 12. So she decided to do this instead. Oh, holy sister.
The book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 12. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committed adultery.
No, it doesn't say except for fornication. Because that don't apply to her. Read it again.
And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committed adultery.
So the woman goes out and decides, you know what? I'm done with this man. I'm going to name with somebody else. You are an adulterer. Your man has to die. Or you have to be a whore and go outside the marriage to end your marriage. That's the only way you are free. If you commit adultery, or you or he dies, then you're free. Because you're dead or he's dead. So that's unlawful. Sirach 26:26. But y'all go about and divorce your husbands anyway. And you look on you men too who know about this. You men who want to talk mess on YouTube about so-called elders that misteach marriage, just shut the hell up and be an adulterer. If you want to be a hoe, a male hoe, be an honest male hoe. Don't run your mouth or get shut down. Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 verse 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all.
That's what she did. I'm divorcing this dude. I think he's spiritually dead. I feel in my heart, in my democratic, Christian, whorish heart, that he's ungodly. I'm leaving. Read it again.
A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
Woman that honors her husband shall be judged wise of all. Come on.
But she that dishonoreth him in her pride,
Which I get proper. Why? Because you want to be the head of the house. You want that 50-50 thing going on. You want to boss him around in your pride. Come on.
shall be counted ungodly of all.
You are ungodly. You are counted ungodly of all. Now, let's get the book of Jeremiah 5 and 7. Jeremiah 5 and 7. What these so-called elders are doing. Taking men's wives and hiding them in their congregation away from their husbands. That's going on too.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 7.
No, read verse 8. I'm sorry, verse 8.
Verse 8. They were as fed horses in the morning.
Fed means you have understanding. You learn the laws. Know your Israel. So you're fed in the morning. You got understanding. Come on.
Everyone neighed after his neighbor's wife.
Everyone of you horses, you Israelite men, neighed after his neighbor's wife. You see a man's wife walk by. You neighed after she walked by. You neighing. Damn, she look good. She married? That's what they do. They neigh after their neighbor's wife. That's what y'all do. Let's go to Sirach 9 and 8. She fine. Neighing after the man's wife. He got to humble down to you, sister. Talking all low and soft. He got to humble down to you, sister. You know? He got to humble down, you know? When you see a connection, you know, you and I got a connection. You are the devil.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman.
Let's see what type of beautiful woman. Come on.
And look not upon another's beauty.
And look not upon another's beauty. Don't lust for single women who are beautiful. Don't be lusting. And look not upon another's beauty. A man's wife who is beautiful. Come on.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
And that's the problem with you men out here today who are going along with that spiritually dead doctrine. Oh yeah, sister. He's spiritually dead, sister? Really? Yeah, he was so mean to me. He was so evil. Oh, he was the devil. Oh, one day he was driving and we had no gas. And he went and put gas in the tank on the Sabbath. The gas was empty. But it's the Sabbath. He should have just walked to Brooklyn in the Bronx. You should have all just had a walk, a family walk. You stupid dumb woman. You dumb woman. That's not an excuse to divorce your husband. That ain't no excuse. Yeah, sister, you know, he's spiritually dead, buying gas on the Sabbath. So yeah, it's wrong. You understand if a brother does that. It's wrong, but the brother had to do what he had to do. It was the Sabbath. He was simple. He didn't do it Friday when the sun was up.
He didn't prepare.
He didn't prepare. So what's he supposed to do? Not keep the Sabbath? Further to sin? Dumb woman? Read again.
Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty.
That's what you brothers do on Facebook. She got the hair cover on. She got the plate of food in her hand. She's got a picture of herself in the gym. She running. Yeah. Oh wow, damn, she fine. You stupid as hell. Pictures of her and her kids. Y'all just fall for the game. Just neighing after the woman. Neighing. Read on.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
You don't realize that she's an adulteress, a demon. But you're going to learn though. Come on.
For herewith love is kindled as a fire.
Lust. Love is kindled as a fire. I mean, you can't put it out now. Once you start it, it burns. You done started death now. Read on.
Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Sit not at all with another man's wife. Sit not at all with another man's wife. At all. Come on.
Nor
stop. Nor means neither. Mean and. Come on.
Nor sit down with her in thine arms.
And don't have her in your presence, in your arms. Yeah, sister, he's the devil. Yeah, that nigga's wicked as hell, right? Yeah. Let me crush your butt. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Let me console your soul while I palm something. Read on.
And spend not thy money with her at the wine.
And don't get drunk. Don't have drinks with her. Spend 3-4 days in her house while her husband and her are separated. Don't do that. Read on.
Lest thine heart incline unto her.
Lest you start feeling her. You start liking after a while. Come on.
And so through thy desire,
To your lust, covetousness,
thou fall into
you
destruction.
get death. Because that's another man's wife. You should not be in her presence. Some brothers say, well, I was in the house because you left. The hell does that mean? Because I left. In the street, you'll get killed for something like that. Negroes take advantage in Israel. I'm going to tell brothers, because you left. In the streets, you would have got beat bloody. Or not even, if that. And you get two putting you for something like that. Oh, but he wasn't there, so I took care of your wife while you was gone. Oh, is that right? Click, click. Now you're in the damn news with bullets in your face. Front page of the news. Because you want to sit down and counsel her. Give her counsel. Come on, get the hell out of here, man. Get Proverbs 6 and 23. The hell you fooling? Who you fooling yourself? You damn sure ain't fooling us up here. And if we catch you, if we see sisters, that we see you, we're gonna call you adultery. We're gonna put your picture up. You women out there, we're gonna put your business out there. You will not be a whore in Israel, spreading your ass all over the damn congregations. You ain't doing it. You're not doing it. You're gonna put you on blast. You will get revealed and exposed. Your name, all of that. If we decide to. And you brothers in other congregations, I suggest you do the same. This will keep the diseases from coming in. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
So the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. Come on.
To keep thee from the evil woman.
What's the law do?
To keep thee from the evil woman.
Those of y'all who keep the commandments, it keeps you from evil women. Those of y'all who do not keep the commandments, it brings you to an evil woman. It's the opposite effect. Come on.
From the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Brother, you so strong. You so deep in the scriptures. You wise. You wiser than Daniel. Wow. You fall for the flattery. Read on.
Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
Because that's whoredom. She got eyes looking at your crotch, your feet, your face, your crotch, your feet, your face. That's the elevator eyes. Come on.
For by means of a whorish woman.
By what?
By means of a whorish woman.
Come on.
A man is brought to a piece of bread.
Because you'll find yourself with that woman. She'll be a devil. You'll get her pregnant. Now you're in child support. Now you're paying hundreds of dollars out your check. Your check is gone. Because you want to bang somebody's wife. That's what happens. She'll bring you to nothing. Get you locked up. Get you beat up. Take your money. Come on.
And the adulteress will hunt for the precious life.
That's what they do. The adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Those who are keeping the commandments, who are precious in the Most High sight. Read on.
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned?
Can a man take fire and put it in his chest and not get burned? No. You will get burned. Dealing with a man's wife. Come on.
Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned?
You walk upon hot coals and not feel that fire up under your feet? No. The same goes with a man and another man's wife. Come on.
So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife.
Same goes for that situation. If you put fire to your chest, you'll get burned. You walk on hot coals, you'll get burned. Same way it goes for a man who touches another man's wife. You'll get burned. Nuclear burns. Read on.
Whosoever touches her shall not be innocent.
There is no innocence. There is no justification. There is no spiritually dead. I already destroyed that already. You might as well just hang that up. Wrap it. It's a wrap. Wrap it up. It's done. We can go in and start going to Hebrew. Oh, in the Hebrew. Every Israelite I encounter in this truth that goes in the Hebrew is in some kind of sin. It never fails. Leave the country, spiritually dead. You can rape children. You can sell drugs. You can wear your wife's panties. It never fails. It never fails. There's always something with Israel when they're in their Hebrew. Say Yah, brother. Yah. Meanwhile, they're hiding under the table, not teaching their people, but trying to give me instructions how to teach the scriptures in the street. Where are your videos in the street teaching your people? Nah, brother, just say Yah. Yah. What are you, Buster Rhymes? The hell out of here with that nonsense, man. Read on.
Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry.
So the Most High is saying, don't despise a thief when he steals to satisfy his soul when he's hungry. Because he has an excuse. You're hungry, you're a thief, you have no money, you're going to steal. And take care of yourself. You have an excuse, come on.
But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold.
Well, if he gets caught, he got to get back what he stole. Come on.
He shall give all the substance of his house.
He shall pay back whatever he stole in double. That's the law. Come on.
But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh
But
understanding.
if a man commits adultery with another man's wife, or vice versa, another woman's husband, you lack understanding. You don't have understanding this, but don't put up videos trying to blast us about what marriage is. When you spent days in a man's wife's house. Don't do that. Because you're going to get embarrassed. Read on.
He that doeth it destroyeth his own
You're
soul.
going to get yourself put to death. You're destroying yourself. Read on.
A wound and dishonor shall he get.
You're going to get a wound, you're going to get hurt. And a dishonor. Because no one's going to take you, no one's going to respect you. That's that dude that slept with that guy's wife. Watch that nigga right there. Watch it. That's the dishonor. Come on.
And his reproach shall not be wiped away.
Everyone will know that you're that dude that bangs men's wives. That's you right there. That's you. Alright? So, let me see. Let's get Luke 16:15. So what do these men do? What do these men do that do this? That bang men's wives. Or go outside their marriage. Women that go outside their marriages. The woman is sitting up there in the man's lap. And the man's sitting up there in the man's lap. He's like, yeah, sis, yeah, he's the devil. Yeah, why you talking with your mouth for? Yeah. You out your mind. That's damn adultery. Yeah, he's so evil. Yeah, he's the devil. Get the hell out of here, man. You women, man, y'all are disgusting in Israel. A lot of y'all are disgusting. You will not go unpunished. You will not go unexposed. Going around talking about, oh, he didn't put it in. He just rubbed his penis on my clit until he came. You are a whore, sister. That's whoredom. You going from one dude to the next dude, then you marry another dude. That's adultery. You are defiled. Anyone that lay with you after the first dude, they're adulterous. There's a rap. And if they know about it, they're really screwed. Read Luke 16:15.
The book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but God knoweth your heart.
So that's what y'all do. You justify yourselves before men by putting up videos to justify your wickedness. By meeting sisters, don't teach them in Israel, put it in, then say, you Israel, we married now. Then go on the video and start cursing aside. You niggas are the devil. You a cop. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, you're making whores out your own people. Read it again.
And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men.
Come on.
But God knoweth your heart.
God knows you're pedophiles. God knows that you are adulterers, liars, thieves, cross-dressers. He knows. Whether it's true or not. Extortioners, drug addicts, drug dealers. He knows. Jailbirds. Come on.
For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of God.
So we are highly esteemed with devils. So I enjoy the mockery. How big my eyes are. Like, I don't give a damn. My eyes are huge. I know. What is that supposed to do to me? That's supposed to hurt my feelings? Because my eyes are so big? Yeah, because I can see through all your BS. I can see a pedophile when I look at him. I can see an adulterer when I see him. Yeah, I got big eyes. Thank the Lord. Get Proverbs 30 and 20.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness.
Read it again.
Such is the way of an adulterous woman.
Such is the way of an adulterous woman. Come on.
She eateth and wipeth her
I
mouth.
wonder what she's eating. She eateth and wipe her mouth. She's coming from here. There.
And saith, I have done no wickedness.
He's spiritually dead, honey. You enjoyed that? Yeah, I did. You go back down. You ain't finished. That's what y'all do. Wipe your mouth and it's all good, right? Right, sisters? Well, just for you men that listen to these whore wives. You men that listen to these whore wives of yours, that are these adulterous wives of yours, get 2 Timothy 3 and 1. I'm going to show you why I listen to you. Why do they listen to these women, knowing that they're married? And why all the secrecy? Hotel rooms, why?
That's when you don't want to be seen.
Exactly. That's when you don't want to be seen. Because you can make it clear. It's my wife. You ain't going to be banging her in the hotel. And then, come on. 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. 2 Timothy 3 and 1.
2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
So in the last days which we're in now, troublous times shall come. Like I can see now, disease is coming. All this going on, diseases are going to come. Come on.
For men shall... For men...
Men. So the context of this chapter, for you illiterate Israelites out there, is men here. Men. Come on.
For men shall be lovers of their own soul.
Excuse me. Come on.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
That is the reason why these men justify themselves before men. They listen to the sister, alright, and go, yeah, sis, yeah, he's spiritually dead. Yeah. While she's butt naked in front of him. Yeah, spiritually dead. Yeah, he's spiritually dead. You just suckers, man. Y'all suckers. Weak suckers. I'm going to use another word. I ain't going to use that word. Dad.
Covetous.
You covet. You just lusting. Just lustful. Covet to mean to desire something that don't belong to you. Like a man's wife. Or a woman's husband. Come on.
Boasters.
Not boast. You so wise and deep. You know the meat. You don't need milk. You know meat. Come on.
Proud.
Proud. Yeah, nigga. We can have sex with kids, nigga. That's the Bible says, man. You go into the Hebrew, brother, when it says took, it mean rape, nigga. That's them proud, boasting pedophiles. You know who you are. I'm going to get the comments later. Come on.
Blasphemers.
And that's they do blaspheme. Go ahead, lie. Filthy lies. Come on.
Disobedient to parents. Unthankful. Unholy.
Come on.
Without natural affection.
That goes into hating your people and homosexuality. Without natural affection. Come on.
Truce breakers.
Breaking the laws. Come on.
False accusers.
Liars. You're a cop. That nigga's a cop. You 5-0. You a snitch. Where is your evidence I'm a cop? Where is the evidence? I would love to see it. Brothers talk about your congregation and cross-dressing. Prove it, prove it. Then you come in my congregation about us and go, I'm a cop. Well, where's your proof? We have one again. What are they? False what?
False accusers.
Oh, okay. Read on.
Incontinent.
Incontinence, meaning unrestrained. They gotta bang everything that walks. No sexual restraint. Incontinent. Come on.
Fierce.
Violent. You won't get carnal. You won't get carnal. Fierce. Read on.
Despisers of those that are good.
And despise those that teach the laws the right way. Not despise, more or less afraid. Intimidated, really. Because why put so much effort into mocking brothers who are teaching laws? Why not put effort into teaching laws? Why not put effort into teaching videos? Put effort into making videos of yourselves teaching. Why not do that? Put effort into making videos of yourselves teaching. Why make videos about the brothers? Mocking and all that other stuff, like this Saturday Night Live or something. Why? It says because you despise those that are good. Read on.
Traitors.
Come on.
Heady. High-minded. Lovers of pleasures.
They go out and get prostitutes. Lovers of pleasures. Whether it be a child, 9 and up. Because according to certain doctrines, if she can bleed, she can breed. Well, 9-year-old girls can bleed. It's called menarche. They get their menstrual at the age of 9. 9 and up. Anything earlier than the age of 8 years old is premature ovulation. That's something wrong with her. But 9 and up is natural ovulation. So brothers are saying it's okay for men to grab up 9-year-old babies and violate them sexually. Read the part again?
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Like, for example, another story. Once upon a time, there was this man back in the old school. And he decided to go out and get him a prostitute. Back in the old school. He knows who he is. And while he's at camp, out of nowhere, patches of hair start falling out of his scalp. Patches. Boop, 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 boop. Hair falling out your scalp. Brother's like, bruh, your hair falling out. Huh? What? Who? Why? Because he's banging hookers. Now he's teaching younger brothers to do the same thing. You ain't learn your lesson? Brothers have not learned their lesson. Their hair fell out. Now they're going to go and teach other brothers to go through the same thing. The Lord didn't give Job herpes. The Lord gave Job boils. He didn't test Israelites who went and banged prostitutes and caught syphilis. That's no damn trial. That's judgment. But they won't announce that. I'm sure they won't teach that in the video. How they caught that Patch Adams, Cabbage Patch Elders. They ain't going to teach that. But they want to run him out by everybody else. Read on.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Having a form of godliness, when they know they're Israel, know the Bible to an extent, but deny the power, meaning the power of God thereof. Come on.
From such, turn away.
From such men like that, leave them alone. Read on.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses.
These are those men which creep into houses, like TLC, that the creep. Come on.
And lead captive silly women.
What kind of women they get?
Silly women.
Stupid women. Dumb women. Come on.
Laden with sins.
These women are loaded with sins. Loaded with all kind of wickedness. Come on.
Led away with diverse lusts.
Come on.
Ever learning.
They always reading the Bible. Always studying. Always coming with some breakdown that make no damn sense. Ever learning. Come on.
And never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
Of the law. Like, for example, wearing fringes. Brother, if you offended one point, you offended them all. What the hell that mean? What does that have to do with fringes? Nothing. Ever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of the laws. How to apply it. Read on.
Now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses.
These two witches withstood Moses in Egypt. Come on.
So do these also resist the truth.
These men fight against the truth and do things contrary to the truth and try to use the Bible as a way to justify it. Come on.
Men of corrupt minds.
That's why they teach pedophilia. They teach rape. They teach adultery. Fornication. All the above. Come on.
Reprobate.
What?
Reprobate.
Reprobate. They are void of understanding. Come on.
Concerning the faith.
Concerning the faith that they're in. Come on.
But they shall proceed no further.
Why?
For their folly shall be manifest unto all men, and theirs also was, as theirs also was.
So the same way Jannes and Jambres were proven to be phonies and fakes, the same thing gonna happen to these Israelites that fit all of 3, verse 1 and down to 7. You're gonna get revealed after a while. You're gonna get blown up. You stoned from your congregation. You not taking care of your kids. Banging other men's wives. Doing in criminal activity, pedophilia. You're gonna get caught after a while. You're gonna get exposed. You're gonna get revealed. It's only a matter of time. You wearing your wife's drawers. It's only a matter of time. If it's an allegation, fine. But if it's true, the Most High is gonna reveal it. Okay? So keep running your mouths. Get Deuteronomy 17 and 4. Verse 2. Now, back to the men. We're still dealing with the men that don't ask these sisters questions. Because if a brother tells me in this congregation, or sister tells me rather, excuse me, a sister says to me, yeah, I'm married. But the brother's, he's in madness, he's back in the world, or whatever, and we're not together no more. That's fine, sister, but you still can't remarry. You gotta stay here high and dry. You ain't coming here getting your sheets wet. No. Your marriage status is over. You get a phone call saying he's dead, you're free to roam. But up until then, no. You are not remarried in our congregation. You can go somewhere else and do that. If any penis has entered your mouth, or any other area of your body, or you giving brothers hand jobs and all that other stuff, you are married, sis. Your marriage license is revoked. You ain't trying to get nobody else. You gotta stay high and dry until your husband, whoever you messed around with before, is dead. Is gone. He's done. If you was in the truth and did all of that stuff, whoever you messed around with, that's your husband. It's a wrap. Whether in the world or not, that is your husband. You are defiled. he must die now. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 2.
So this for you men that get involved with these men's wives and marry them all of a sudden. And don't ask them. And now understand, let me set up for y'all. You meet a sister that tells you her husband is in the truth, no, he's Israel, and he's spiritually dead. You gonna just take her word for it and that's it? You're not gonna at least ask the husband? Or inquire about whether or not he is spiritually dead and she's not lying about it? You're just gonna just roll with it? You're not gonna just follow suit and see if that's true or not? Let's see if that's how Israel, let's see if how Israel did the same thing. Did Israel do the same thing? Sit there and just go, okay, and just go with it? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 2. If there be found among you within any of thy gates which the Lord thy God giveth thee, man or woman that hath wrought wickedness in the sight of the Lord thy God, in transgressing his covenant,
Come on.
and hath gone and served other gods and worshipped them, either the sun or moon or any of the host of heaven, which I have not commanded.
Come on.
And it be told thee.
And you hear that this brother is serving other gods, worshiping the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the above. Come on, you hear about it, come on.
And thou hast heard of it.
And you heard about it, come on.
And inquired diligently.
And you investigate. You don't just sit there and just go, he is, kill him. Israel did not do that. They inquired diligently. They did a severe, thorough investigation. Oh, your husband spiritually dead? Let me talk to him. Let me see where you guys stand. Why are you saying this? No, I'm listening to you, sis. Because you know why? You already got in there. You already got in. You already hit it already. You ain't letting that go. It's too good. Why let it go? You ain't going to ask the husband. Because once you find out that he's not spiritually dead, you're guilty now. So, now I'm not going to ask him. I'm going to do a video and try to justify it. And to protect my whorish wife. No. Read it again.
And it be told thee, and thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently, and behold, it be true, and the thing certain, that such abomination is wrought in Israel.
When you find out that it's true, then you read the next verse, you go and kill that man. Once you find out it's certain, you know for a fact, there's evidence, there's witnesses, then you're okay, fine. You talk to him, you bring witnesses, okay, brother, you are spiritual, you are dead. Then all right. But in the case of marriage, no. There is no spiritual death. There is no spiritual death when it comes to the laws of marriage. 19:15. Same book.
Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin. In any sin that he sinneth, at the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses, shall the matter be established.
When you deal with a brother in judgment, you must have 2 or 3 witnesses for a severe situation. Whether it be adultery, witchcraft, things like that, you have to have the brother there to speak on his behalf, and the witnesses. If there's one, it's thrown out. The case is thrown out. You must have 2 or at least 3 witnesses to deal with him. Read on.
If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong,
Come on.
Then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days.
So if the man decides to lie on a brother about something he didn't really do, then those 2 shall go before the judges and before the Lord. Because the Lord is in the spirit of the judges and priests to discern who's lying and who's not between the 2 men. Read on.
And the judges shall make diligent inquisition.
Make what?
Diligent inquisition.
Diligent investigation. Diligent judgment. Come on.
And behold, if the witness be a false witness.
And behold, they found out that the guy is lying on the other brother. Come on.
And hath testified falsely against his brother.
Come on.
Then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you.
Have him killed. That's what it means. Have him beaten or killed. That was the punishment. Now, so if you want to sit there and say, oh, you're divorced, whatever, we're going to ask. Women that come in this congregation, we don't, now new, we go, listen, sister, you married somebody? You got married in another congregation? Yes, no? No? Okay. But if we find out you're doing, you're lying, you're getting the hell up out of here. You're getting out. We will not have any hiding secret wives up in here. We're not having it. You got to go. You gotta go. Now I have no deep women up here trying to create more adulterers. Nah. We care about our people. Unlike some Israelites, we care about our people. Not sexy children in bikinis. We love our people. Alright? Now, why don't they investigate? This is 1 Ezra 4:26. Why don't they investigate? Why?
1 Esdras chapter 4 verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sake.
Will they become?
Servants for their sake.
Start serving your woman. Now she's talking through you. She got her hand all up in your behind, like a ventriloquist dummy. She talking of you now. Yeah, my wife is holy. She's righteous. Her hand all up in your behind. You got strings all over the place because she got you controlled. Why? Read again.
Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women.
You brother see that behind? You see that vagina? You are lost. You forget what time it is. You forget what day it is. What tribe you're from. You're Israel. Christ is white now. Your mind is somewhere else now. Read on.
And become servants for their sake.
Come on.
Many also have perished.
Many men who run out their wits, who have grown desperate and become servants for their women. Come on.
Have perished,
died,
have erred,
sinned,
and sinned.
Come on.
For women.
Because you weak and stupid. That's why. That's why they want to investigate. They don't want to. They're out of their mind. They're out their wits. They're desperate. She's pretty, brother. Look at her butt. Look at her breasts. Oh, how can I leave it? How? It's so good. This is nothing uncommon. This is very common in the scriptures. Very common. And men let their women run them. Very, very common. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
These young boys running around, shooting up babies, getting high off them, getting wet, PCP and weed, climbing in windows, slitting babies' throats. Children are our oppressors. Come on.
And women rule over them.
And women rule over the men of our people. They rule over us. They dominate the lot of our people in the world, and a lot of you out the world. Come on.
O my people, they which lead thee,
which is your woman that rules over you,
cause thee to err.
Cause you to sin. Many have perished, erred, and sinned for women. Same thing. Come on.
And destroy the way of thy path.
That's disorder. The woman's leading the house now. Now there's prenups, kabutas, damn fake Jewish marriage licenses that allow prenuptials. That's not in the scriptures. I don't know where a prenup's in the Bible. Where the hell is that at? Where is that? I've read one flesh. I didn't read two flesh. Twain flesh. Where the hell is that? Read on.
The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people.
So the Lord's going to judge you men for that. Letting your woman control you like a dummy. A ventriloquist dummy. Get Jeremiah 44 now. I'm going to go to more ways. Different understandings here of how the women ruled over the man. There's many scenarios.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods.
Read that again.
Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods.
All the men that knew that their wives were worshiping the devil. Come on.
And all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying.
We're going to read what these women said. These women of weak husbands said to Jeremiah in the midst of their devil worship. Read.
As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee.
Negro, I ain't listening to you. And that dude's spiritually dead, and I'm remarried. I'm holy. I don't got it. You're not Abraham. Now, did Eve disrespect Adam when he lost it, when he was no longer immortal? Where is that in the scriptures? When David committed adultery against Uriah, did Abigail disrespect him? In the Bible go, you ain't no Abraham. Is that in the Bible? No, it's not there. That's the white man talking through you. That's the white man putting his hand in your behind and talking through you. That's America talking. That's democracy. That's Christianity talking through you women. Read on.
But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth.
That's what y'all do. You do what you believe. I read this. I believe. I understand that. What goes out of your mouth. Come on.
To burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven.
Unto a she-devil. A goddess devil. So the women, not only did they worship the devil, they worship the female devil. A pagan female deity. The goddess of fertility. Come on, a female goddess. Come on.
And to pour out...
Sorry, wait. They made a female their Lord. Look at that. They made a female god their Lord. And dismissed their husbands. Read on.
And to pour out drink offerings unto her.
That's like, for example, y'all do that with Wendy Williams. You do it with Oprah. You do it with Beyonce. You do it with Rihanna. You do it with Nicki Minaj. Those are your queens of heaven today. Those are your queens of heaven today. Your Hillary Clintons, your Michelle Obamas, your Condoleezza Rices. Those are your gods, your queens of heaven today. Your man isn't your God. Your man isn't your Lord. These women are. And wicked women like you are your gods. Come on. And weak men are your husbands. Like these men here. Come on.
As we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil.
Because Satan was blessing them. A lot of you women out here getting blessed because you following Satan. Satan got you in the back of his pocket. Yeah. Keep going, keep being a whore. Yes. I got you, sis. Holy, righteous. He got you. Jump to verse 19.
Verse 19. And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven.
Now they're questioning Jeremiah. Listen, Jeremiah. When we what?
And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven.
To Nicki Minaj, to Oprah, to Tyra Banks. Come on.
And poured out drink offerings unto her. Did we make her cakes to work? Did we make her cakes to worship her? And pour out drink offerings unto her without our men?
When our men there? Our men were right there. How come they didn't correct us? What the hell you here for? Our men stood right here and watched us worship the devil. So why are you trying to correct us for? We ain't listening to you. No more than we listen to them. Because they had weak men just like today. Get Genesis 3 verse 1. This is where it comes from. This is where it all began. Genesis 3 and 1.
Genesis chapter 3 verse 1.
I'm not going to go too deep into this. I'm just going to get to the key points. Come on.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
Did God say you can't eat of every tree of the garden? Come on, this is Satan questioning the woman. Come on.
And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden.
So Satan is questioning her understanding to see how much she knows and what he can get out of her. Okay, to get her to mess up. Come on.
But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
We cannot break the commandments unless we die. That's all we're going into. Come on.
And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
So Satan says to the woman, No. If you break that law, you won't die. He lied to her. The devil is a liar. He said, No. You won't die. Surely you won't. Read on.
For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Ye shall be as what?
As gods.
Ye, both of you, will be as gods. That's where the error took place. Eve wanted to be a god too. That's where it started. Ye, both of you, will be as gods. Adam was the god, not Eve. He was the Lord of the house, the ruler. He said, you'll both be rulers. You'll both be judges. And that's how America does it. Saint Esau is that same serpent today, telling the woman she's a god too. And then they come into Israel and do the same thing that Esau says on TV to them. You're gods too. You have a voice. You're a woman, hear you. You're a woman, hear me. I am woman, hear me roar. It's the same damn spirit. Give me Revelation 12 real quick. Real quick. I'm going to show you. Esau has done the same thing. Revelations, real quick, I'm going to show you.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out.
The great dragon is the so-called white man, Esau. He's that great red dragon you read about back in verse 3. Come on, the great dragon, great red dragon, great red dragon, same thing, come on.
That old serpent.
Why is he called that old serpent? Why does John call him that old serpent? Because the same spirit that's in Satan that deceived Eve is the same spirit that Satan uses through Edom to deceive our women today. You had, back in the civil rights movement, you had women who were getting hosed down with us, getting beat with nightsticks, getting wrongful imprisonment, shot up, beat up, hung beside us, fighting for rights, getting food thrown in our face, spit at, but we were together. There was unity amongst our women. Then you had the wicked Edomite woman, white woman, have women's lib. They said, black woman, don't you know you deserve rights too? You're a god too. And the black woman said, yeah, I am. Just like Eve said. And went right to them and deserted us. Now we're trying to win them back. It's the same damn thing again and again. Then they come into Israel and try to do that same thing. No, but I'm a god too. Humble down to me. No, I will not humble down to you. I am a god. You are not. I am a Lord of the house. You are not. You are made for me, not vice versa. That ain't in the scriptures. But Esau, that old serpent, says different. Esau says, nah. Sister, understand. He's real smooth how he talks. Understand, sister. You are a god. Even Negroes, Egyptologist Negroes. Yes, sister, you a goddess. It's the same spirit. It's the same thing. You a god, sister. What if God were a woman? Bro, the Holy Spirit is a woman. It's the same thing. It's Christianity. And y'all women fall right into it just like your mama. That's why every month you get them cramps, you get that bloody vagina, and them labor pains, because you think you're gods. That's why you get it. But they don't understand. They forgot. Every month they bleeding out their behind. It's heavy. It's a heavy month. Now all of a sudden, I'm a god. You out your mind. Gods don't bleed out their vaginas. Because God don't have a damn vagina. He's a man. And the Most High put us as lords over you. Regardless of our mistakes we made. Just like Adam's mistake, just like David's mistake, just like Solomon's mistake. You're still your lords regardless of our errors. A just man falls 7 times. Wicked bastards. Get Ezekiel 16 and 30. Sick of Jake. Blaming the white man. White man's the devil. We got to worry about our nation right now. Esau's doing his job. Focus on your people.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 30. How weak is thine heart, saith the Lord God, seeing thou doest all these things, the work of an imperious, whorish woman.
Read it again.
How weak is thine heart?
How weak is your heart, the Lord's saying. Now, understand, you may try to be slick. The Lord is talking to Israel. He's referring to Israel as his wife. And he's calling us all kinds of names. But this is proof that these women exist.
How weak is thine heart?
How weak is your mind? Come on.
Saith the Lord God.
Come on.
Seeing thou doest all these things.
You go out and cheat on your husband, marry somebody else, try to spread your diseases. Read on.
The work of an imperious, whorish woman.
The work of what does imperious mean? It means domineering. To rule over someone harshly. Try to be someone's lord. Try to be some man's god. That's what it means, woman. You are an imperious, whorish woman. That's what imperious means. Look it up, see if I'm lying. That's what imperious means. That's where the word imperial comes from. Like a rulership. That's a weak mind. A woman that's like that, it says she's weak in her mind. Weak. Because she's following America. 31.
Verse 31. In that thou buildest thine eminent place in the head of every way, and makest thine high place in every street, and has not been as an harlot, in that thou scornest higher.
Israel's in the midst of wickedness, still behaving like an imperious, whorish woman, following other gods. Come on.
But as a wife that committeth adultery, which taketh strangers instead of her husband.
But like a what?
Which taketh strangers instead of her husband.
That's what y'all do now. You take strangers instead of your husband. During time of separation, you're taking strangers instead of your husband. Weak, wicked man and leaving your husband. Because you are an imperious, whorish woman. That's why you do it. Verse 38.
Verse 38. And I will judge thee as women that break wedlock.
And what?
That break wedlock.
We have from the beginning.
And I will judge thee.
God said, I will judge you. Come on.
As women that break wedlock.
As women that break wedlock. That's what the word is used at. Wedlock. I mean, you locked in that wedding. You can't go nowhere. Wedlock. You can't go nowhere. That lock opens when your husband's in the grave. Read it again.
And I will judge thee as women that break wedlock.
As women, plural, that break wedlock. Come on.
And shed blood.
And some of y'all kill your kids, or you beat or fight your husband. You shed blood. Come on.
Are judged.
Are what?
Are judged.
The same way the Most High is going to judge women that break wedlock and shed blood, he's going to judge you the same way. With death and disease and pain and violence. Read on.
And I will give thee blood in fury and jealousy.
The Lord says, thus saith the Lord, sisters. Get verse 44. Because a lot of y'all mess around and do these things and have children on Tumblr, taking pictures of themselves in a bathing suit. Click, click, bathing suit, breasts all out. You have no idea what's going on in your house with your daughters. Some of y'all some of y'all telling y'all daughters, some of your daughters have told your men, I can do them better than you. Wow. We've had that. A woman's daughter telling her husband, I can do you better than my mother. Why? Read on. Just find out.
Verse 44. Behold, every one that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. The moms that jump off 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times out of 10, the daughters that jump off. Read on.
Thou art thy mother's daughter.
You are your mother's daughter, but you just like her, being an imperious, whorish woman. Come on.
That loatheth her husband.
You hate your husband. We've heard women say, I want to get divorced. Why, sister? He's weak. He's an unbeliever. No, he's not, sister. You cannot go out and marry somebody else. He's weak. He's evil. Oh, they're crying. Trying to be manipulative. Okay, sister, you done crying? Yeah, you're still married now. Goodbye. Click. Then we go on Facebook. She's holding some man's arm in a picture. The adultery. Madness. Why are you in a picture? Then we go on a Facebook profile. All her husband's pictures are gone. All his pictures are missing. Where'd they go? Read it again.
Thou art thy mother's daughter, that loatheth her husband and her children.
A lot of y'all hate your husbands and hate your kids because your kids look like your husband. Come on.
And thou art the sister of thy sister.
Like the Hispanic. You so-called, this is a black woman. Now we're going into the Hispanic woman. You so-called Hispanic women do the same thing the black woman does. Come on.
Which loathe their husbands and their children.
And loathe their husbands and hate their children. The Southern Kingdom hates their husbands and children. The Northern Kingdom hates their husbands and hates their children. Come on.
Your mother was an Hittite, and your father an Amorite.
The Lord's calling us African. That's an insult. The Lord said your mother's an African and your father's an African. Because they were a bunch of fornicators just like you. Read on.
And thine elder sister is Samaria, she and her daughters that dwell at thy left hand. And thy younger sister that dwelleth at thy right hand is Sodom and her daughters.
Insulting us again. He's insulting us all throughout Ezekiel 16, calling us whores, Sodom, Hamites. The Lord is just blasting us for acting this way. But But you women act the same way. It's the same. He's talking to a woman here, which is our nation. And you women do the same thing. You fit these same attributes. All right? Leviticus 20 and 10. Because it mentioned that the Most High is going to judge us the same way he would judge a woman that breaks wedlock and that sheds blood. How does he do that? Leviticus 20 and 10.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
So the judgment is death for y'all. The judgment for y'all is death. And nothing more, nothing less. Or disease, or bastard children, whatever the case may be, but it will be a judgment that's highly severe.
Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 7.
Some of you brothers like whores. You like whorish women. You like nasty whore women that sew their behind. Jeremiah 5 and 7.
How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods, when I had fed them to the full.
I gave them the laws.
They then committed adultery.
They served other gods instead. Come on.
And assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses.
What did they do?
Assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses.
They went and dealt with whores in the whorehouses. Bravos. That's what they did. Harems. Jump down to verse 9. What's the punishment for that?
Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? And shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
So the Most High is going to visit you with vengeance for these things, not love and a pat in the back for dealing with prostitutes and whores and women who are married women. You're not going to get blessed for that. You're going to get death and pain. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. For those of you who think that that's the Old Testament, no, not me. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Read verse 9 again.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
He's asking the question, don't you know that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Come on.
Be not deceived.
Don't fool yourself. Because some of y'all women, wicked women and men, y'all got your mind believing that everyone around you but you is the 2/3. Like God gave you a collect call. Yeah, hello? Yeah, you know, yeah, he's the 2/3. Write this down. He's the 2/3. You don't know who the 2/3 are. So why do you keep saying that? Where is the scripture that says I'm a 2/3? Where is that? Show it to me. Read it again.
Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived. Come on.
Neither fornicators.
Neither fornicators.
Nor idolaters.
Serve other gods.
Nor adulterers.
Nor adulterers. Nor adulterers. Jump down to verse 10, please. No, verse 10.
Verse 10. Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers.
Those that speak evil and wish evil intent on other brothers. You're going to get by ICBM missiles. You're going to die. You're going to get shot. I'm going to kill you. Rape your daughter. That's reviling. Come on.
Nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God.
You're going to die. You understand this? You're not going to live. And so that's bottom line. It's clear cut. Proverbs 23 and 27. Proverbs 23 verse 27. We're almost done. Those of you who want to stick your rod up on these women that you know are married to other men, this is for you.
Proverbs chapter 23 verse 27. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit.
Read it again.
For a whore is a deep ditch.
A whore is a deep ditch. Come on.
And a strange woman is a narrow pit.
And a strange woman, whether she's wicked or a heathen, is a what?
Is a narrow pit.
The grave. Death. That's what it is. So you're sticking your penis in some death. Enjoy. Let's get real quick Hebrews 13, because I'm hearing it now. But what are you trying to say, that a woman can't divorce her husband if he commits adultery? No! You cannot do that. No. It's a double standard. Yes, it is. There is no equality in the Bible, sisters. I know you're trying to look for it and trying to find it. It's not fair, I gotta find it. There is no equality in the Bible. The Lord said that we are above all people upon the face of the earth. Where is the equality in that? All nations before God are as nothing. Give the nations animals that torture themselves, but don't you eat it. That's not equality. The Lord said, sell dead animals or that are ripped up to the heathen. You can give upon usury to the heathen, but not to your own people. Is that equality? There's no equality in those laws. We can extort the heathens. We can't extort our own people. We can have the nations as our slaves forever. Our people work for 6 years and go home. That's not equality. There is no equality in the Bible. Between men and women, there is a double standard. The Most High holds you sisters at a higher level when it comes to relations with men. He's not playing with you. So a lot of your sons go to be devils, shooting people up in the street. A lot of your children are a bunch of bastards. That's why a lot of y'all bring forth monsters. Hebrews 13 verse,
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
So marriage is honorable in all things between a man and his woman. Come on.
And the bed undefiled.
Meaning another man shouldn't be in there. Another woman shouldn't be up in there. An animal shouldn't be up in there. She's wearing a football suit. You're wearing a ballerina outfit. That's a bed that's defiled. You got a prostitute in your bed. That bed's defiled. Read on.
But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
But whoremongers, men that deal in the business of whores, whether they sell them or sleep with them, and those that are adulterers, okay, who mess around with other men's wives or bang sisters just for the hell of it and move on to the next one, God will what?
God will judge.
God will judge you. So sisters, if you believe there's a God, your man is like that, he will be judged. But you are still stuck with him. Just as Abigail was stuck with her husband. Okay? So don't come with that foolishness. Alright, we're not going to have time for no emotions up in Israel. Give me Sirach 6, last scripture. So to avoid this type of man, I suggest you do this.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend.
So if you get a friend, because your friend's your husband, your friend's your wife. They fall in that context also. Okay? Read again.
If thou wouldest get a friend.
Come on.
Prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first.
Prove him first. Prove him first. Come on.
And be not hasty to credit him.
And don't be hasty to give him the cookies. To give him the drawers. Because if you do, you stuck. You ain't going nowhere. You done. 19 and 4. Same book.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 verse 4. He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded.
He know the scriptures, brother. Read again.
He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded.
He got big muscles. Yeah.
He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded.
You hasty to give credit to a man, you are stupid. You are a dumb woman. Dumb. He go to the gym. He's a walking tripod. He got 3 legs. Oh yeah? Well, good for you. Enjoy the third leg. Because it's going to cost you your life. You're going to be stuck with a dumb man with a big penis. Have fun with that. 11 and verse 2. Still talking to you sisters.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 verse 2. Commend not a man for his beauty.
Some of y'all love them pretty boys. Diesel, pretty, got the baby hair, he look like Genuine. Baby hair like a Marion, Boris Cujo, Shamar Moore look alike. Yeah, okay. Michael J. White, Rock the Rock. Idris Elba looking brother. Yeah, okay, read it again.
Commend not a man for his beauty.
Commend not a man for his beauty. Don't be falling for pretty boys so easily. Come on.
Neither abhor a man for his outward appearance.
Neither abhor a man because he's not that good looking. Because you may pass up a good thing. But a lot of you sisters, you go for the first part. You love a man for his beauty. And that's fine. But be mindful, sisters, be mindful that the Lord holds y'all at a higher account when it comes to you opening your legs. He's not playing with you. So the moment your legs or mouth opens, you're done. Don't think you're going to let him go in your butt and you're good. Or in your mouth, or you're going to give him a hand job or make out with him and you're out to clear. No. You stay with him. We're not playing that game. That's not going to... If you want to go around, give him many hand jobs and sucking dudes off and all that, that's all praises to them. That's all praises to the devil for you. But you're not going to come up in here and do that. Do that somewhere else. Do not do that here. So if you are watching the videos and you have a man and you trying to keep it a secret, and the Most High revealed to us, we're kicking your black behind, whorish behind out this school. Okay? And we will inquire. We're not going to sit there and let a married woman sit up in here in our congregation and not ask her if she's married or the status of the marriage. And if she is married, if she tells us she's married or been married, been married, quote unquote, they're not married no more, and he's still alive, she ain't married nobody in the congregation. Not this congregation. She cannot remarry. She's either to stay high and dry, separate, or reconcile. That is all.